So I'm here with Sangar today. What did you do, by the way?
We topped the Highlander Duelists tournament. There were 26 entrants, and I got first place using a DDD.
X-0, right?
Yes, sir. X-0. Went
Okay.
5-0.
Let's get into profile then.
All right, let's get started. All right, so we're just going to start off with the scales. We're running one Go, one Cerberus, one Ragnarok, and then the card that no one runs. It's, I literally forgot its name. Vice King, right.
So what are these ratios?
We have one more scale, and then 7 Thomas. So normally you don't run this card. I'm only running it because it's fucking funny. You run these cards because you don't really need to see your scales in hand. You can just set them off of Gilgamesh, your Link monster. Cerberus especially is important to your combos because it's a level modulation. You can change your stuff to level 4 and then go into your Xyz monsters. Ragnarok's a really good extender if you feel like you don't have enough gas to get to your combos. And then Thomas is recursion from your extra deck. So if you need like a Griffin that's in your extra deck, if you need it in your hand to special it, then you have the Thomas.
Okay, sounds good.
And let me explain this card real quick because as I said, no one plays this card. But what it does is it can pop a Dark Contract and summon itself, and then whatever you make off of it, it'll gain the effect to shuffle a contract back and then gain 1,000 life points. I've used this to win in time, and it's also a really good extender for a combo to summon out a special boss monster that no one also runs, but we'll get to that.
All right.
And then we're gonna go to basic stuff. We're running 3 Kepler.
That's crazy. I run 2 in my deck.
Really, 2 Kepler? That's wild. Wow. 3 Kepler. This is standard. This is your 1-card starter, the bread and butter card. You literally have 6 other cards to get to this card because you want to see Kepler. Kepler itself by itself is full combo. Moving on, running 3 Copernicus. This card is a foolish. Again, if you see this plus like a Griffin, it's full combo. Speaking of the lad, running 3 Griffin. This card's an extender. This card also lacks the text of hard ones per turn. So this card has 3 effects. You can just special it from your hand. If you special it from your grave, you can search a DD card, and then if you penned it, then if you have enough gas, you can activate its effect to discard and draw 1. Good card. It's even better if you have like a Necro Slime in hand or something like that has like an actual floating effect in grave, because you can discard, draw 1, and effect the fuse. This card's insane. Last pen monster running are 2 Orthros. This deck does not struggle against back row decks, and it's all because of Orthros. What this card does is if you open up, let's say, a Dark Contract with the Gate, which if you don't know, it searches a DD monster. You go Gate, search Orthros, set Orthros in scale, and then go Orthros Pen effect to pop a back row. And then it's a pen monster, so you can just fucking do it again, because why wouldn't you? It's also a tuner, and it lets you go into Siegfried, which is your out to Dark Ruler. Fantastic. Moving on after the penned monsters, though. We're gonna move on to the regular DDD cards. Running 3 Sword Slime. Sword Slime, fantastic card. It lets you fuse in hand, and if it's in grave, you can banish it to summon a DD monster from your hand. Fantastic. And then moving on to our 1-ofs, running 1 Necro Slime. If you open up this and Sword Slime, you're fucking insane. You're not getting nibbed. Vice Typhon. It's just another copy of like Necro Slime, except like it summons a big DDD instead of the little DDD. So, 1 Lamia. It's your tuner. You can pop a contract and summon it from grave. So good card. Moving on to the hand traps, we're running Triple Ash. Do I even need to say anything about this? Bro, it's fucking Ash. Come on. This card, you shouldn't run this card. Don't run this card. Running 3 Ogre. The only reason I ran this card is because I know this club, and I know there's like some Merncess players, some players running some random ass rogue shit. So this card fucking destroys them. This is also good against Sprite. If you Ghost Ogre the Sprite player or the Gigantic Sprite, they can't really do anything, and they kind of just lose. And then 3 Veiler. You can run Imperm, but I'm also running 1-for-1, so I ran Veiler instead because I want to see more monsters. But yeah, I'm running 9 hand traps. You can bump it up to 12 if you want to, but myself, I don't like that many hand traps because I feel like it gets cloggy and you're not seeing Kepler as much. And your goal is to see Kepler. you're going to go get Kepler and go full combo. Speaking of seeing Kepler, this is your 6th copy of Kepler. The Pure map, you divide your life point. Can't speak English. You divide your life points in half and search the Kepler. So and then you just go full combo. It's too easy. It's too easy. Moving on to our contracts, running triple gate. Sorry, I'm a poor college student. I don't have the 3rd ultra. Sorry. This is an extender, such as excuse me, actually. It's an extender, it's a starter. This card is everything. This is your 9th copy of Kepler. Use this to search Griffin, extend. You'll see it in the combo. Now for our 1-of contracts, running 1 Swamp King. It's a fusion card. You can also banish stuff from the grave to fuse. And then 1 patent license. So most DDD players, they actually use this to extend, because if this card goes to the graveyard, you can add a DD card from your extra deck to your hand, and they do that to add the Griffin back to hand, special the Griffin. But I use this for Slugate effect, because if you have this card in the field and you have, let's say, a fusion monster, then this card stops your opponent from fusion summoning. It locks into 1 fusion summon per turn, and if they do fusion summon, they get burned for 1,000, and then they lose in time. Fantastic. And now for our power 1-ofs, we have the 1-for-1. I mentioned this earlier.
Another Kepler.
It's also another Kepler. No way. 1-for-1. If you don't want to run this card, then change out the effect bonus for Imperm, and then the call by, because it's call by. Why wouldn't you run call by? Run call by. Run call by. Run call by. And for our traps, we have the 1 headhunt. You search this off of Griffin at the end of your combo, and it's a snatch steal. Take your opponent's monster, its effects are negated, and on top of that, it's considered a DDD if it's an extra monster, and so you can link it off for Gilgamesh and for your DDD combos. And lastly, most people side this card. I main deck it because I hate tier lane players. Dark Contract with Eternal Darkness. So what this card does is if you have it flip face up, your opponent cannot fusion, synchro, or X-0 summon using cards face up on the field. They also cannot be tributed, so this card fucking destroys Flues. If I flip this on Flues, they can't actually do anything. They just lose. That's the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. Let me move these cards out of the way. All right, so we're running 3 copies of Gilgamesh. Bread and butter card. Summon this. You set your scales. You just go full combo. They imperm this, and then you just go Mocking X pass, and then you win anyway because you have 3 contracts. Moving on to our fusions, running 2 little Chungus and 1 big Chungus. What this card does, or what these cards do, is if you special another DD while this card's on the field, then you can target 1 in the grave and special it, and that's normally how you're getting to Griffin's effect, because Griffin's a pen. You're not gonna get into grave by normal methods. The way you get Griffin into grave is by having it as X-0 material, sending it to grave, and then using this to summon it back, and then getting the effect to search the headhunt. We only run 1 synchro. Actually, I lied. There's more than 1 synchro, but I'll show those at the end. Running the 1 Siegfried. This is your out to Dark Ruler, and then you might be like, wait, Sangar, how is this an out to Dark Ruler? This is a monster effect. So what you do is, let's say you end on a trap like this, or like another trap that you've sided in. Your opponent's gonna go a Dark Ruler effect to negate your entire board. You can chain this, and then chain this to target and negate the Dark Ruler. And this actually came up versus a Mernseth player. He tried to Dark Ruler me. I said no. It's too easy.
Saying target to negate.
Target, negate a spell. Those are rare. Hey, look, hey, point the camera at this guy. Hey, come back here. Hey, point the camera at this guy. I'm not joking. Hey, come back here. Get your ass back here. Okay. Hey, Brandon, point the camera at this guy. So this is the Sky Striker player that I flipped the anti-spell on. Then he tried to mine me, and then I dustered him. Next turn.
Evil man.
I'm literally just better.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to our X's, we're running 1 Wave King, 1 Tal. It's the rank up, and 1 High Wave King. This is your out to Nibiru. This card negates special summons, and it also lacks the text of once per turn. So I tell my opponent that it negates summon. They're like, oh, okay, I negate a summon. They're like, okay, now I can play, and then I do it again. They're like, fuck. 2 Mocking X. This is the boss monster of the deck. You can make this on top of any DDD name, And if you control a contract, you can effect to pop the contract and steal a card and attach it as material. And then you can detach to steal again. And then you can just keep doing that as long as you have contracts. And now, at this point, you might be thinking, Sangar, this is 13 cards. I lied, this is 12 cards. Where's the rest? We're running the goo. All of the Doom Armageddons. People do not run these cards, and honestly, for good reason. I run them because I'm fucking funny. This card, this one makes it so if your opponent tries to beat over any of these, it changes their attack to the original value. This card gives your field targeting protection, so you can't get impermed, veilered, or honestly just anything that targets you. This card makes it so your pen monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. And on top of that, this card has a target pop, and then you deal damage equal to half its attack. This card, you can destroy cards up to the amount of pendulum monsters you control. So, fantastic removal. And this card specifically, it's going to be relevant in the upcoming format because this was a PO tournament. This was pre-Darkwing Blast. But I'll mention some cards that I would take out in the side and stuff like that for when you want to play it in this format. And this card is going to be one that you definitely want to play in this format because you will see Draco Slayer players. And this card obliterates Draco Slayers because whenever they have a pen monster on the board, Bright Armageddon will go Chain Link 2, effect to negate your entire board. Not once per turn. So literally anytime they summon a monster, you just negate their board. You have to make your opponent pick one pen monster they control and everything else negated. So fantastic card. You will be seeing this card. You can definitely cut these two if you don't want to play them. The fusion and the Xyz. You can cut these two if you want. Replace it with like a Zeus and then like maybe one other extender. But yeah, moving on to the side deck. Running I forgot this card's name. Running one Lapras. This is your out the towers. When you beat something, it'll gain the attack of it. So, out the towers, you need that. 3 Droll. Why was I running this?
Sprite matchup.
Sprite matchup. That's why. If they go starter, search a blue, search a jet. You Droll them, and then their turn ends. It's that easy. 2 Nib. Normally, I would be running 3 Nib. The reason I was running 2 is because I need to make space for Cosmics, and I'll get to why you need Cosmic in this deck later. But 2 Nib because Nib's a good card. What else is there to say? 3 Dark Ruler, gotta break the board. And then for back row hate, we're running 2 Cosmic, 1 Duster. So let's actually talk about this. When you're playing a pen deck, this isn't just DDD. This is any pen deck. If you're playing a pen deck, you need to run Cosmic, Duster, Twister, some sort of back row removal, because if they flip anti-spell on you, you just lose. That's it. That's your game is over. You cannot set scale. You can't activate gate. You can't activate any of your contracts. Your turn ends. So no matter what, even if your opponent's not playing a back row deck, you need to play this card. And of course the Duster, because I hate back row decks. It's that easy. Speaking of anti-spell, running anti-spell, because fuck this man in particular.
I mean, point the camera. So evil.
Last card running is Dark Contract with Errors. This card is a fantastic card versus trap decks. It's one of the Dark Contracts that if you flip it, as long as you control a DDD card, you negate the effects of all traps on the field. So fuck your skill drain, fuck any of your floodgates. I'm flipping this and beating you to death. But yeah, that's gonna be the deck profile, and let's move on to some of the combos. I'll show some off. All right, let's go ahead and get into these combos. So, your opponent's cheating, and you open up 1-1 Kepler. That's okay. You still got full combo. All right, so you normal summon the Kepler. Kepler effect. You're gonna search the Dark Contract with the gate. Add to your hand. Activate it. Effect. You're gonna search a DDD name. You're gonna search the Griffin. Add to hand. Special the Griffin. You have 2 DDD names here. Go ahead and link them off. Make a copy of Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh effect triggers on summon. You're gonna burn yourself for 1,000, and then you set your scales from deck. You're gonna set Rage and Cerberus. Now, remember, if you open up a Swirl Slime, you nib your opponent, whatever, you have a body on field. Don't have that body in this zone, or like this zone. Always have it like underneath the extra monster zone so that you don't accidentally clog yourself and you'll be unable to pen summon. So, you're gonna go ahead and pen summon for 2. And now you're gonna activate the effect of Cerberus, targeting the Kepler, make it a level 4 overlay. go ahead and make the Wave King Caesar. And now, since you took burn damage, you can go to Tell. And now you're gonna link off these two for another copy of Gilgamesh. The Exceed material will go to grave here. Now you're gonna activate the effect of your Tell and Grave to mill one of your deity monsters. You're gonna mill the Necro Slime. And now you're gonna activate the effect of Necro Slime and Grave, banishing itself and the Gilgamesh to fuse, making a copy of the Lil Chungus. And now you're gonna go ahead and overlay the Gilgamesh for a Machinex, because again, this is a DDD name, therefore it is Machinex material. This will trigger the effect of your Genghis, targeting the Griffin that we have in grave here. This will trigger the effect of Griffin. Since it was special from the grave, you're gonna search a copy of DD Headhunt. You're gonna set the DD Headhunt, and this board right here is interruption through the Machinex Suck by destroying your Dark Contract. You have two materials, you have another Machinex Suck, and then you have the Headhunt Snatch Steal. And this combo gets even better when you open up, let's say, a copy of Orthros, another copy of Gate, so you open Kepler Gate, because you can special the Orthros, and then synchro these away to make a copy of Siegfried. And now you're Dark Roller proof. It's too easy. It's too easy. And let's go ahead and move on to the second combo.
Okay, let's get into your personal combo.
Yeah, I invented this combo. It summons out all the Armageddons. Will you ever pull this off? No. Is it funny? Yes. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. You're gonna normal summon the Copernicus. Copernicus effect triggers on summon to dump the Necro Slime in grave. Since you control a DD monster, you can special the Griffin. You're gonna go ahead and link 2. Make the Gilgamesh effect triggers. You're gonna set some scales that you've never seen before. Set the Ragnarok, set the Orthros. You're gonna pen summon for 2. Control 2 level 4s. You're gonna overlay for a copy of Caesar. Since you took effect damage, you can rank up into Tell. Tell effect to detach, burn your opponent for 1,000. And then you're gonna go link 2 again. Link 2 again. Make the Gilgamesh. Tell effect in grave triggers. This is going to go ahead and dump the Vice Typhon. This is your second copy of Necro Slime, basically. Sangar, you have no cards on the board. You have no cards in hand. You used your pen summon. What are you doing here? You're using your cards in grave. Your grave is your second hand. We're going to go ahead and activate the effect of Vice Typhon, fusing itself away with the Gilgamesh. So you're gonna make the Little Chungus. Effect of Vice Typhon to fuse away. And make the Big Chungus. Alright, Big Chungus is here. On the summon of Big Chungus, the effect of Little Chungus will trigger. You're gonna go ahead and trigger it, target the Tell, summon it back. On this special summon, it triggers the effect of the Big Chungus. You're gonna go ahead and use it, target the Caesar. Now you're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use the effect of the Orthros to pop the Caesar and itself. Since you didn't use Wave King, you can't activate this when it's sent as material, but since it was a face-up in the field, it'll activate now. You're gonna go ahead and activate the effect, searching the Swamp King. Go ahead. You're gonna go ahead and activate the Swamp King. You're gonna go ahead and Swamp King effect, fusing the Tell and the Caesar. This only banishes when you're using material from grave. From field, I'll send it to grave. This will trigger Tell again because this card lacks the text once per turn. This will trigger, and you're gonna go ahead and send the field spell to grave. field spell effect will trigger. You're gonna go ahead and target the Orthros in your extra deck to add it back to hand. Hold on to that for a minute. We'll get back to it. You're not gonna use your Gilgamesh to summon a Maki next.
You actually know every card in the game. Oh yeah. Not all targeted.
And this will trigger the effect of your Ragnarok and your pen scale. Since you special summon the DDD, you can take 1,000 and target a DD in your grave and summon it. So we're gonna go ahead and burn ourselves for 1,000. Target our Griffin, special it.
Maybe I should have done it like that.
Griffin's effect will now go off. You're gonna go ahead and search the Vice Typhon. Add that to hand. And in a new chain, since you took burn damage, Orthos effect will trigger. I'm gonna go ahead and special summon this. Now you have a 6, a 4. You're gonna go ahead and synchro.
Wait, did you search the what's called already?
Make first Armageddon here.
What's
Bright Armageddon.
Oh, yeah, I was like, maybe.
We're now gonna activate the Vice Typhon in the scale. We're gonna go Vice Typhon effect. Pop the Dark Contract. Summon itself. We're gonna go ahead and overlay these for a copy of summon this Armageddon. All right, I actually forgot an effect. Back when we had the Swamp King on field and we fused away the Caesar and the Tell, we never actually summoned our fusion monster because I literally forgot because I was focused on the Tell effect. But you off of that you will be summoning the purple Armageddon. So this combo will get you all of the Armageddons. You have the Griffin for some fucking reason, and then you have the Maki next. So yeah, that's the combo. All right, gamers, thank you for watching, and never forget.